Web3 analysis and news.
Brought to you by the Crypto Magazine and your hosts,
Jay Chains and Mr. Dude. Buckle up, settle down,
and let's grow.
You're darn right. Let's get it, baby. Sorry for hitting that button in the middle of the intro song there. It was probably quite confusing. When the stream went live, it wants to play this video sometimes, and I just need to get it to stop. But hey, what's up, everybody? GM. Hope you're feeling all right. My name is Jay Chains. I am hanging out with my guy, Mr. Dude. That is us behind the Crypto Mag account and Web3 Breakfast. We are joined up here with none other than our guy Nathan behind Liquid NFTs. We got a couple other people popping into the crowd up to the stage today, but super excited. It is Monday morning. That means we're going to talk about a little market updates. I see things are going down just a little. I'm hoping they go down just a little more. Everybody wants that real good last entry, that one last opportunity to buy the dip before we take a trip to the moon, baby. It's going to happen. Well, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Again, thank you guys for joining us. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you are tuning in to the Web3 Breakfast powered by Crypto Mag. We're going to talk about the Bullrun kickoff party here shortly in just a second. Make sure if you guys are watching the live stream, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and smash the like. If you're watching on X, hit the heart. It's a little bit harder than I originally thought. You might have to back out, scoot out of the video, hit the heart, come right back though. You don't want to miss a thing. And if you are here in the space, guys, make sure you go down to the bottom right. Hit the we call it the multiplier. We're just going to call it the multiplier moving forward. So you hit the multiplier, and then it brings up your opportunity to repost the space, out, tag some friends, do the things you got to do. So appreciate you guys doing those things. Give yourself a pat on the back for doing so. And let's get it going, baby. How we feeling? How's everyone's week? Yeah, let's go. You can hear I'm patting myself on the back right now.
Or are you?
Well, hey, remember, I do shake my protein shake in the camera view now. So we got called out for shaking the protein. As
the British would call it, fapping.
Jeez Louise. No,
such a weird word, eh?
It's such a weird word. But yeah, no, this is just a chocolate Premier Protein shake as it is. What's up, Nate?
Did you say sapping?
No, with an
fapping.
F. Fapping.
With an F.
Fapping? I've never heard that phrase in my life.
It's weird. It's weird, man.
Fapping. What? This is that, yeah. Okay.
Nathan, ask your cool friends.
Isn't there like
I will.
Well, the only reason I know is because there's I don't know which month it is. I feel like it should be February because it would make sense. But is it like no fat February or something like that? Like, like you do the no shave November stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think there's a wind up going on here. What's a fat? Is it just that I'm just not down with the kids? What's going on?
Yeah. You don't. I mean, you can look.
Yeah. So it's exactly what you think it is. Like if you Google it, fapping is exactly what you think it is.
Oh,
I am Googling
February. You guys might call it having a wank.
Having a wank. I was talking to Dan before the show, and we went off the rails about a few things, just the two of us. And I said, man, I'll tell you what, Chop Shop's going to be wild today, because I got stung by a whole bunch of bees, and I'm wondering, is it because I'm like up in my testosterone doses? Like, am I like I was like the bee daddy at this like fall event where there was like thousands of other people, like no clue what was going on, and then Mr. Dude was telling some stories that were wild and off the crazy rails. And it's like, man, I'll tell you
also, though, the detail he's leaving out here, and I'm sure Wick can post some pictures, is he was dressed like a bumblebee.
No.
Hey, fapping should not involve spotted dicks.
Golly.
All right. I've just Googled this. I got it. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about bashing the bishop, choking the chicken.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
And that's how we're starting off our week, everybody.
Yeah. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I promise you at some point. What's that?
Nice one, Mike. I like that. He said we're coming in hard.
Jesus. Well, All right. You know what? I'm gonna take this as a sign. Now the show is gonna be about, like, obviously, the crypto bull run kickoff party was a little bit of hopium only because the markets are going down, but we generally know where it's going, right? And I could take our excitement, when we start having fun conversations like this, and everybody's feeling great on a Monday morning. No one's down and out, no one's dragging. We're having fun already. So that only can mean one thing: is that everyone is ready for the bull run to absolutely kick off, melt some faces, do some things. Let's we've got like 2 months really until the end of the year, 2 months and some change. The whole idea is we're going to get dangerously close to that 100K level, hopefully with Bitcoin, by the end of the year. Flirt with it a little bit, maybe do a little double top, and then send us back down, humble us until after the election, if you will. What do you guys think? I want to talk about the momentum that we've got going into this week. We've got less than 2 weeks going to the election here in the United States.
I think it's like 13 days, 14 days. I think one of the nicest things, and maybe like for like all of our positivity and like mindsets being a lot higher, is that like nothing is happening. Like that is sometimes good. Like if we look at quickly, 7 days, Bitcoin's up 5.25%, right? In a day, it's down less than 0.23%. Like it's stabilized at a higher level. So even if we have this pump that you're mentioning, and then where it humbles us, if it just humbles us back down to this number, like that's good. Yeah. Like everything is starting to be higher lows.
Yeah. I think, a nice little, if we do get that close to the 100K level, I think, coming back down to the 80 level, like around a 20% retracement, not out of the question. And it's not even that bad to sit down there. And that really will be the fuel for what's going to drive retail to pile in, in probably the earlier part or maybe the mid part of Q1 of next year. It all really depends on, again, my opinion is if we get an administration that is pro crypto and does decide to move forward with a strategic reserve of Bitcoin. We saw, I think, was it Bhutan, another country? I think it's the fourth largest country is now. They're now the fourth largest country holding of Bitcoin, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. That was something I saw this morning. So again, this is things that we're going to start seeing, right? And other countries are going to want to either front run the United States making an announcement if Trump wins the election, because he already said that's something they want to do, or they're quietly doing it in the background already. We don't know that. But I think we're going to definitely see a strong push towards 100K. It's just the psychological level is just going to be too high without retail. But we'll see where we go in the next 2.5 months, or 2 months and some change, we'll call it.
And I think the best thing is for us. So, okay, if you're like, none of us have like hundreds of millions of dollars in Bitcoin, right? But I think like we all have all these altcoins, whether it's meme coins or the XRPs or like whatever, right? Any project that you're basically in. Once retail enters, because think about when we entered, right? I know you got in a while back, Jay, but I got in like almost peak of last bull run. You start Googling like, what else can I make money on? Because Bitcoin is so high. Mm-hmm. You're thinking to yourself, fuck, I can't afford a Bitcoin. And you start finding like Ethereum will have a run up because people are buying that because it's cheaper. And psychologically, you're going to see a coin like Gotti, right, on Solana, where you're like, oh, this coin's at 200, 300, 400, whatever, right? You're like, that's a way easier entry point for the everyday person as opposed to 70, 80, 90, $100,000 coin. So it's like great for us as the people who want to take the next financial leap. Like we will benefit the most from this bull run. Mm-hmm. As long as you can hold your bag, like that is going to be a thing, right? Like you can't constantly be trading unless you can trade whatever the fuck you want, but you have to have some ones that you're willing to hold to certain life-changing levels, then sell.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I think everybody should. That's a great statement and maybe a good point to talk about. But yeah, you should have your levels that you're expecting to, things to get to. And then from there, you have your plan for your exits, right? And it's all about, you don't want to marry your bag. And so it's all about maximizing your profits. So going into the bull run, but I've made that mistake before, right? And I'll be transparent with it with VeChain. And at the end of the day, it's fine. Like I'm a long-term VeChain holder, but in the last run when it was approaching, it was probably just a few days from it hitting when it hit like that 28 cents all-time high and then dropped down. But, I said, I was very public, like, oh, when VeChain hits 25 cents, I'm going to sell because I'm going to take my profit then. But it happened so fast that I said, well, wait a second. I'm going to let this thing run a little bit more. And then unfortunately it didn't. Like it went to 28 cents and then it dropped, you know, and it's been stuck at like, you know, the 2 to 2 cent range for quite some time now. But, you know, you have to have a plan and you got to stick to it. You see, like what happens when you don't stick to your plan is that you get, you know, you got to round trip it. And nobody wants to round trip it, because if I had done what I was supposed to do in the last run, you know, my V-chain bag would have probably been 10 times larger than it is right now.
Right. But so obviously like VeChain is kind of like a longer term project. So it might end up being like way better for you, right? Where it's like, crap, I'm so glad I didn't sell because it went to $29 instead. But then there will be other projects that we know, like the meme coins and like the shitters, where it's like, yeah, have those plans. And then with like the VeChain on this run, it's like take some money out.
Oh yeah.
And like make sure you're leaving like not even like a moon bag, because everyone, I see moon bag as like hold your $100 moon bag and hope that it goes to $1 million. It's like hold like a few hundred, but like take out 50% and leave 50%. Like until you're fucking. If when you're a millionaire, it's different, right?
I love that, because maybe this could be our conversation, because like, you know, the whole idea of meme coins up until now, because the ecosystem for meme coins has just absolutely exploded between, you know, the beginning of last cycle and now. And like, that was always the indicator, right? Like when the several meme coins that we had popped and then they dropped, and then it was Bitcoin's turn, and then it was altcoins, and that was the cycle, right? Like that's how it worked. But now that we've got so much attention in every, you know, every blockchain has their own ecosystem, and every ecosystem has multiple meme coins to it now, you know, like where's the strategy in to say like, you know, meme coins are, you know, the meme coins are going to pump before everything else does. But like, I don't know if that's true anymore. I feel like, you know, you can't rely on that. And so, yeah, like, you know, at some point you do have to get out of those meme coin positions that you're in if you're over leveraged. And I don't mean like with leverage, but if you've got the bulk of your portfolio in just shitters, like you've got to get out and get into some high cap coins that you know are going to be at least get you something, right? You can't be too speculative about your whole portfolio. That's how you end up like just, well, you could win. Yeah. It's happened, right? It's happened, but it's
you could win, like, and you could become a fucking billionaire. Like you could win, but you're the 0.001%.
Yeah. So you have very
like
low
in that
odds,
case, right? Where it's like, you could take let's just leave Bitcoin alone, right? We'll just throw it out. We won't even use that because like we all know that Bitcoin is like the most, but you can make a bunch of money in Project X on Solana, but we know that Solana is like Solcoin is the better play long term because everything has to go through it on the chain. So it's like, yeah, you won on your meme coin, you won $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. Now take 90% of that and put it into Solana and let that rip for you.
I don't
know. I've been holding some of these utility bags for so long. I'm ready for a divorce, man.
No, I know, but you sometimes just got to stick it out because in the end, you get that retirement check, right? You start living off that nice pension.
We'll give you that pension. Be like, thank you for your service. Here's a little placard for your home desk and a watch, a Timex watch. Couldn't get you the Rolly. My bad. Couldn't quite swing that. You didn't really perform the last couple years, so we decided not to get you the Rolly. Lazy. We gave you the Timex, but it glows. It's got Indiglow.
Yeah. What was the one that was just the electronic watches, you know?
Yeah, those old ones or those snap bracelets.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding this market increasingly difficult to judge. I mean, really difficult. The last kind of 4 or 5 years, touch wood, and I am actually going to touch wood. I've been able to judge the market relatively well. I mean, I get a lot of people reaching out to me, what I would call as normies. So they're not heavily involved in the space, but being kind of, these are like local people, being that I'm known locally as, oh, that's the crypto dude. I'll often have, I mean, I had a guy come up to me a little while ago. He's got to be late 60s, early 70s. And he'd bought into Bitcoin. I said, look, I'm really struggling here. I've been told you're the guy to speak to. So I said, okay, look, tell me what's going on. I mean, the guy, bless his heart, he's got cancer and he put this into Bitcoin because he wants to leave his kids and his grandkids something worthwhile.
Nice.
And he'd done this a little while ago, but At the time I was speaking to him, Bitcoin was sitting at about $26,000, and he said, like, I'm a bit up. Should I sell? And I said, oh, like, don't you dare. Just trust me. If you're ever going to listen to anything, hold it. A few months later, I see him again. He went, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, I'm so glad I didn't sell then. Do you think I should sell now? And I'm saying, well look, what's right for me is wrong for you, and vice versa. If you've got enough that you can leave that little something to your kids, then he said, oh no, I'm up. And I said, well, it's got to be your choice. My personal opinion is I think, or I'm pretty certain, over the next 12 months, you're going to have a hell of a lot more than what you've got now. But I can't tell you to sit it out. And he said, well, I've tried to trade this. He said, when I see it hit a certain price, and I tried to sell it, then I bought it back. He said, but I ended up buying it back at a higher price than what I sold it. I said, well, look, you're not a trader. You're effectively, you're a beginner. Don't be trying to judge markets like that. You've got your bag of Bitcoin, so just sit on it. Whether that's 1 Bitcoin or 1.2, whatever he's got, it's not in the hundreds of thousands. But I said, you're doing okay. Sit on it. I said, my prediction is within 12 months, it's going to be at this kind of figure. But during that time, it is going to go down and it is going to go up. But of course, I mean, I'm finding it, I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding it increasingly hard to judge. I mean, we were talking about October, and in a week's time, October's going to be done. And I'm thinking, where's that gone? I was thinking we're going to see a nice increase during this month.
Yeah, and I guess if we fast forward, if everything stays the exact same at the end of the month, it technically will have been October, just not the one that we wanted.
No, I agree.
So
but I am finding it hard to go ahead, Jay.
Where is it on the month as far as, do we know where we're at?
Let's see.
I mean, it's got to be up a little bit, right?
Yeah, like on the last 7 days, we're up 5%. So I can check the month. Well, this will include September, but yeah, we are up. There was like a nice chunk of red at the beginning from the 1st to about the 13th. We were basically in the red, and now we've been up since.
Here we go.
I think
Bitcoin's dipping right now. Bitcoin's 67,830.
Around the 15th, I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking around the 15th we'd see a bit more movement. But I was expecting it to break and hold above that 70,000 mark. But again, I was wrong. I was just wrong.
You know, it's interesting because it's it was on the high side of the bullish flag, and that bullish flag's been rolling since March. And man, we popped up over it, and we kind of, we wicked over it a few days ago, and then over the weekend we pretty much sat over it the whole time. And then obviously today, I'm looking at red triangle or red diamonds on the daily for Bitcoin. So who knows what's going to happen? Who knows where it's going to go? But I feel like this would be something that's extremely healthy for the rubber band to happen, right? So I think we take one final trip down before we really head up into to make a new all-time high, which is what, going to be set like 73,000. Somewhere like that.
Is that the all-time high? It's just so weird because obviously, like, a lot of my apps will just convert to Canadian, and like we've already broken $100,000 Canadian, so it's always weird when it's like 73. Like, that sounds so low.
Let's see. Let me get the.
It's got to be around that, hasn't it? Around that 72, 74 mark.
So according to CoinMarketCap, 73,750.07, and that was on March 14th of 2024. So 7 months ago. The all-time low. July 14th, 2010, 4 cents. If you could take a time machine back to that date, July 4th of 2010, and buy some Bitcoin, would you do that, or would you do something different? Would you help yourself out, or would you help humanity?
I mean, if I'm taking a fucking time machine, I'm helping myself out, then sure, I'll help you. It's like Hot Tub Time Machine, right? He goes back and like creates Google.
In all fairness, if I had a timesheet machine, I'm not going back to March. Trust me, I'm going back further than March.
Me too. Me too.
Well, so you could get it at like sub a penny.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even mind getting it kind of sub 500. That would still be good enough.
Just set up the world's largest mining facility back in the day.
See, I was told what one of my friends was, and I think I've explained this to you guys before. I was one of the converted, and when I owned my estate agency, my real estate company in the UK, people were trying to get me, and I had one particular friend. He was actually the guy that actually got me into Web3, because he just badgered me. You've got to get involved. We need your marketing skills. You'll do great in this industry. But he was telling me to buy Bitcoin at like $420, $430, and I'm going, nah, I'm not wasting my money. And it's those decisions you look back on and go, why didn't I just give it that little bit of attention then? And I'm sure people will be saying that in 5-10 years' time. Why didn't I give it that little bit of attention 5 years ago, 10 years ago? But yeah, it's one of those. But you live, learn, and make the most of what you've got. Deal with the what is it? You deal with the cards that you're dealt.
That's right.
That's a fact. I see we got a couple hands from some of our friends here.
Mike, if you could just put your phone on speakerphone, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, sorry, unfortunately, I can't. Can you hear me though at all?
You can.
Yes.
All right. So you're saying this market is hard to, figure out what's going on, but like we've had like record high inflation. Retail's not bad. Retail's struggling because imagine your credit card bill is like so high right now. If you have interest, so it's going to take a while. I just think it's just time. I think a lot of people are having a hard time, navigating this market because, we thought we would have a typical recession, but then, job numbers were still strong. Like the economy was strong all the way through this. So I think even the most professional analysts are having a hard time navigating this market, and it's just going to be a matter of time. Once we get more rate cuts behind us, once those actually hit the economy and everything starts getting a little better.
Absolutely. I mean, I wonder what the number is going to be. I mean, one of the things we had talked about this a few weeks ago, like right before the last cut, right? Where I think there's some larger firms were baking in over the course of the next 12 months. We're looking at like 240 basis point reduction, right? And I think over the course of the next, I mean, I doubt we'll get anything the rest of this year. What do you guys think on that? But, I think quarter one of next year is going to have to, if we have a couple rate cuts aligned with not only the Bitcoin strategic reserve, that is going to absolutely turbocharge the bull run.
And well, China announced they're going to do a rate cut, so that'll be big. And then I think like in the same article, it's talking about how that will, like the U.S. should have one more before 2025.
Yeah,
so those will both be big, like China doing it, and then like the U.S. following suit with some other countries having already done it. Like that should like get the ball freaking rolling.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, this week is the Canada's rate cut. I think in like 2 days, Wednesday, they're going to be doing their cut. So we're expecting a 0.5 cut here. And then U.S., you're going to have a double whammy in November. You're going to have a potential new president and a rate cut on the November 5th, 6th or something like that.
And I think we might be at the point of like, look, yes, if Trump wins, we all know it's very pro. He's very pro crypto, or at least allegedly, right? We'll just say allegedly, whatever. But I like crypto, like the cat is out of the bag. Like regardless, if the Democrats win, like there is no putting crypto back in the bag. Gary Gensler's taking public beatings to the point where like Hester Pierce and the other dude who just quit are literally like, yeah, we're just doing what he says. And like what he says is wrong. Like they're publicly against him. Like the SEC will no longer, or at least Gary Gensler, his time is up. Yeah. Whether or not it's a formality and they have to wait. Like, I don't know how his contract works if they have to wait till certain times, because I know he's not an elected official, right? So I think like the cat's out of the bag. Like 2025, people are also thinking like it's almost American Thanksgiving, right? Then you roll right into Christmas. and people are starting to think like as us average people, middle class, it's like, hey, you gotta save for this, save for that, save for this, and then like whatever you can, maybe extra. If things start ripping, people will try and buy their lottery tickets, whether it's a meme coin or something else, right? So we're right on the cusp. Like crypto is about to take off, regardless of who the president is.
It's just too big. It's just too big. You see this like again. Go ahead, Nathan.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I know that Doom's got his hand up, but I was just going to say, where was, if we go back to Q1 of this year, 2024, so the beginning of this year, I was making certain predictions. And again, just on that theme of kind of finding it's not as easy to judge the market as it was a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. Like as a round of honesty, do you guys remember what you was predicting? I mean, I can say I was telling everyone I'm pretty certain the market will be sitting at, or Bitcoin will be sitting at between $80,000 and $100,000. That's where I felt it would be by the end of this year, and I thought through next year it would just go up from there. I mean, do you guys remember what you was predicting like 12 months ago?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was probably like around the same thing. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I would think that the number that a lot of people were talking about, even leading up to the halving, right? So that like towards the tail end of 2023, when we were all getting excited about the halving, we were trying to predict that number. And like, if my memory served me correct, like the whole idea at that point, the mooch, it was his opinion that I think a lot of people were talking about is you take the halving and you times it by 4, and that's going to be your peak bull run price, right? So I can't remember what the heck the number was that, you know, we were looking at that, but I remember that being the formula that I was trying to follow, and it was definitely well into the 100,000s. And so, you know, I think, you know, it was no more than, you know, 175,000. But I think that, you know, if we think about, again, we do like the analysis now and think about that psychological level going into the end of the year with no retail. Man, I think, you know, with what you said and what we've been saying now for several months, and a lot of people are saying that same thing, man. I think everybody's just right on the head, hitting that nail right on the head. Has to be.
Agreed.
I mean, it just has to be. Go ahead, Doom.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning, everybody.
GM,
hey,
brother.
So I was going to say I agree with you on a couple points. Going back a little bit in the conversation. Definitely, we're not gonna be doing any more rate cuts the rest of the year. There ain't no way, ain't happening. Like I believe that. And then you guys were talking about prices by the end of the year. Right now, I think my estimate was like 82 for the end of the year, and that was back in the day. But what I wanted to ask was, so just want to see what the over and under was. Do you think we'll hit new all-time highs before the election or after the election?
That's a really good question.
On that?
I think the market's primed for it, and I get that maybe here in the U.S., you know, we're of the opinion that the market can't rip until our president's chosen. But I think that we kind of got, I don't want to say humbled, but, you know, we had some people explain to us that, you know, the market's a little bit bigger than just the U.S. here. And so while it is a big event and catalyst, you know, for the markets here, for the traditional financial markets here, like it doesn't necessarily need to be the main catalyst for crypto. I think crypto is primed and ready to go. It could, you know, it could go any day now. I feel like we're on borrowed time. So it could line up with the election, and it may go before and it may go after. I know that doesn't give you any answers, but I would say, like, honestly, like if I had to give you an answer, I'm gonna tell you that I think the market's gonna make an all-time high before the election.
Okay. What about everybody else that's up here? I'm just interested. I'm just wanting to see what everybody.
I will go with all-time high on or like whatever Thanksgiving weekend for you guys. What's that? November 29th, I think, or 28th is Thanksgiving. I bet you that between the 27th and the 30th we'll hit an all-time high. Also, I'll be at Disney World. Find me there, fucking making it rain in Club 33.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving is the 28th. That is literally like a month.
So it's post-election technically, but who knows if the results will even be in.
Yeah, I saw a thing about that where it's just about every swing state says you're not going to get the election results that night. Like, why? Like we've been able to do that our whole
Well, I
lives.
guess, like,
What's the problem now?
No, I know, but remember, our whole lives have been different up until, like, let's just go back 2 elections. So it's like we'd rather delay, and so no one can say anything either side. No one can say anything negative. It's like we're gonna take our fucking time. We're gonna count it so that when we reveal the results, Democrat or Republic, that there's less likely of chaos.
I just think
Which is
it's
like
funny,
not the end of the world.
Like a third world country can vote get their votes recorded faster than we can.
Well, I mean, the third world country just tried that, and then the guy was like, "I'm not leaving," and rolled out the military.
That is actually a really good point. Not the best example to judge that situation.
And then you also, so I guess if they say this now, so British Columbia actually had their elections over the weekend or something, and it's so close that they don't know whether it's going to be the NDP or the Conservatives, and in the middle of it, fucking cities started flooding. They had so much rain so I guess they're just trying to say, like, hey, like, if we just prepare you for the fact that there might be a fucking delay now, and God forbid another hurricane, it's like people will just not preemptively freak out. Yeah. That's what everyone wants to do. Let's just preemptively freak out.
Maybe your government is getting the whole Web3 mentality where it's just, hey, a little transparency, just a little, hey, listen, This is what we're dealing with. No big whoop. Just want to let you know, versus letting it happen and seeing what happens.
Yeah, or sorry, delay we got botted on the launch. Sorry, we had to rug pull you.
Yeah. The devs were
we always as a marketing agency, we always say, and this actually might be a good little test to do here. Where I always tell people, whenever you're looking, always put yourself in an investor's position, because if you think a certain way, the chances are your audience will think that way. So it's always quite a good guide. So, I mean, I'll always try and, whenever you're trying to predict the market, I always try and put myself in that generic mindset. So I think, well, okay, let's say if Kamala Harris gets in, what kind of results would that have for me? If Donald Trump gets in, would I then, when those results come in, would I then go, oh, now I'm bullish, maybe I'm going to go and buy some more Bitcoin or some more Solana or whatever it might be? I think if you can put yourself in that position, that actually gives you quite a good guide as to how others would consider that. I mean, what would you guys do if Trump gets in? Would you then become bullish and go, well, actually, I'm going to go, I need to get some more quick, so I think the market's going to move? Because you kind of then, the market is then forced based on opinion, if that makes any sense to you guys at all.
Yeah. I think honestly, it's not the results of the election, because no matter what happens, it's good for crypto. But I think it's going to be, if Trump gets elected and it's in those first 100 days, that always seems to be like the important phase, right? The first 100 days, like, what are you talking about in the first 100 days? Because that seems to be, what's important on the agenda. So if we get Bitcoin or crypto news in the first 100 days, that's all the news that we need, and that's what brings it in, right? That's what then sends the signal that governmental mass adoption is being accepted by the United States. That they are pro crypto at that point, right? That's what that signifies. At least that's what I think. And then from there, the sheeple, the people, the normal people, the retail, that's when they get the idea, like, okay, it's good for me now, I can get in. That's how it's going to work, right? So, but if Kamala Harris becomes the president, there what seemed to be an anti-crypto administration. So it's going to be good for us in our bags, because we've got institutional government that we know that it's happening around the world, but the rest of the world is going to keep moving on with crypto. And so the ecosystem is going to pump. It's just not going to pump here at home. We're not going to be able to get, our normal friends and family in, because it's not going to be as accepted. That's all.
Like, people will still need VPNs and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's just crypto is normal for the rest of us, and maybe some other people will get in, and there'll be some, because it will go wild, but it won't be accepted, and we need acceptance because so much retail's been wrecked to this point. We need acceptance, which will create maybe some more stability in some way, or some more regulation, or whatever it brings, but acceptance will bring that, and we need that first.
I think if that announcement comes that Trump's won, or even looks like he's incredibly close to winning, I think that will instantly throw a bullish sentiment into the market. I think people will start to, this is only my opinion, I think people will start to go, okay, I like this.
You have to put money in the my opinion jar, by the way, now.
Yeah, no problem at all. How much is it now?
I don't know.
$1?
Yeah.
For you, 1,000.
I mean, as a company, next year, a bit of kind of alpha. We all like alpha here. We're launching a third magazine title that is focused solely on mass adoption. Now, this is, I don't think this has ever been done before. Everything's in place. Throughout the end of this year, beginning of next year, we're running 500,000 copies of a free crypto publication and distributing it globally every single month. Nice. And these are aimed at people that may not walk into Walmart or WA Smith's or 7-Eleven and buy a magazine, but we'll pick one up at a train station, or we'll pick one up at a hotel or a conference center because it's free. So next year we're going for a big mass adoption push with the new title. I won't drop what the title is called yet, but it's a brilliant brand name. So again, we're looking at pushing that mass adoption as a business and as a brand.
So Nathan, can or is there somewhere for people to start like signing up for like this early?
For the J Chains on the Street mass adoption campaign? Yeah.
As of kind of the next 3 to 4 weeks, we'll be starting to post links in the Crypto Magazine Twitter handle. We'll be emailing people, letting them all know. The free publication won't be, you'll be able to get it digitally, but you can already do that with Crypto Weekly anyway. But yeah, it will be on the streets. It will be in conference centers, waiting rooms, doctor surgeries, travel centers, airports. We've already got the distribution network agreed and set up, but I'm really keen to see how it will be received by the public. But it's the only way we're going to get the mass adoption is to actually take crypto and force it in their hands. There it is. Have a read. Find out about it. Look at what a wallet is. The difference between different blockchains. And because that physical aspect is what people know, is what they trust, is what they understand.
Do you think there'll ever be like there's been in the past where, and like I know like Ballet Wallet, I have one of them. It's like a physical Bitcoin, right? It's like one of those metal Bitcoins that's got the codes and all that stuff, and it's got a wallet attached to it so you can put Bitcoin and all that stuff. Like, do you think at some point like physical crypto things are going to be more accepted or more craved just so that you can have that tangible feeling to it? Like, and I don't know whether it's a keychain or whatever it is, just something that you can, I don't know. What do you guys think? Because you know what I mean?
I think like it's cyclical, like life and the way like we live in our generations, it's all like a cycle. Like look at fashion right now, fucking flare bottom jeans are back.
No, they're not.
Like shit like that.
Nah, no.
So
no.
Soon you'll want dreadlocks again, Jay. But like people will go, we might go through a stage where it's like only digital, where people are like, I just want it on my phone. I just want it on my phone. Just want it on my phone. Then someone will come out with something cool enough, like BitKey, for example. So that's actually Jack Dorsey's project. Like we all fucking know that he has all the money in the world to push it. And it's like a new Bitcoin wallet. And you can't lose it. Like you lose it, you can still have it on your phone or on your computer, and you can get a new one, and you don't lose your Bitcoin, right? So I think we'll just go through a cycle where it's fully digital. Someone will come out with something cool. We'll go back, and we'll just go back and forth.
That's a good.
But it's got to just be the next cool thing.
I think the physical is the way to go. I mean, you go back to when we launched the crypto magazine. Up until that point, there was a big pushback by major companies on there's not the demand for it, people don't want it. And it took me to have board meetings with a lot of these huge brands around the world, and actually have to talk them through. And I'm thinking, surely you can get this, and explain to them that, yes, like print media is a dying industry. No one can dispute that. But within this particular industry, it's exactly what's needed, because people don't know what to trust online. They don't know when they Google something if it's fake. And you're trying to educate them on something they know nothing about. So people were craving that credible information. So as I've said before, to walk into that store, that brand you trust, and pick something credible up and think, well, what's in here we can trust, because it wouldn't be in this store otherwise. And everyone has said, we'll give it a go. We're not sure if it'll work. The only real country I think we really had a big pushback, as in, no, we just don't think it's going to work, was Australia. Why that is, no idea. But the guys we were speaking to, they just couldn't get it. And they're like, no, it's just not going to work. We don't. But within 2 months of dropping the magazine, we'd outsold Forbes, we'd outsold Entrepreneur magazine. All of a sudden, these guys are reaching out, going, well, actually, maybe we was mistaken. How can we get some of these magazines? But I think that's what people want. They want that physical, because you trust it. When you're looking online, you don't know what's fake, what's a scam, what you can believe. You don't know if you're getting real information. So I suppose in answer to your question, Jay, I think physical makes it credible to the people that don't fully understand Web3 and blockchain and what it's doing and how it can better your life.
Right.
And not just financially either.
And that doesn't mean, and I'm not saying that, the digital there's anything wrong with it. And, it's just the whole adoption thing. It's akin to the conversation of centralization for decentralization, right? Like, for mass adoption to work, centralization is going to play a huge role, right? It's a great entry point. It's a good safe place for most people to get their start, right? And then for the people who do crave a little bit more, that want to take it to the next step, then you get into DeFi, then you get into more self-custody kind of stuff. But I think it really plays along that same lines where we're really talking about getting normal people in. It has to be literally as easy as possible. And if it's something that they could touch, something that they could understand, I think that's going to end up ruling the day. I mean, look at, projects that are, making the handheld games for Web3. I mean, they're making a physical thing that someone can touch that is attached to the blockchain. You know what I mean? Like, I think the tangible route at the end of the day is going to be what wins the mass adoption, but it's then also incumbent upon projects, leaders in the space, whatever, to make sure that there are the offerings that are above and beyond that are, those entry-level points. If that makes sense to you guys.
It does. I think, this whole industry, and you've got to look outside the box in every scenario when you're trying to grow anything. And this whole industry is online. It's YouTube. It's pay-per-view, it's digital blogs, it's Reddit, but unfortunately people outside of this industry don't access that. So all you're doing is you're continuously circulating around exactly the same audience, and you're just competing with everyone else that's already in the industry. In order to take this to the public, you need to go to where they are. And I think as a company, the Crypto Mag is one of the only people out there doing that, taking physical publications and putting it in the hands of people that want to know, as well as putting it in the hands of people that already do know. And it's the same with, I've seen like these, as you know, we're working on Crypto TV, but we've got an agreement to have this on Sky TV, 6 episodes of the first crypto-focused TV show.
Nice.
And yeah, tell us more. Don't just breeze past that.
No, but I mean, we've got 6 episodes already set, and if we hit certain numbers on those episodes, which I know is not a think, I know we can hit, we then transition into our own channel on Sky TV. So, who has hundreds of millions of viewers globally. So by doing that, we've got no idea what channel that would be. It might be a low number, high number, but by doing that, you're actually taking it directly to the people. Sorry, you threw me off there with your 69.
No, sorry, I put in a long
number.
order. That's like 65,000 something. That was Femex. Sorry.
But yeah, so if you take again, like there's been people out there that have created these crypto TV shows, but they do them as like a pay-per-view. There's just not enough uptake, and you're only appealing to people that are already in the industry, as a general rule. You get this on a network, and that everyone accesses, and people are already using. You take it to the mass market. And again, when we started pushing that out as a concept, we got a lot of pushback. People saying, "Oh, I'm not too sure that will work." And I thought, trust me, it will. Because this is what we do for a living. We know it will work because that's what has to happen. And you guys probably get it yourself. When you're out, and I'd say the majority of people in this room now, how many we got? 400 or 500. But when you're out, people say, "What do you do for a living?" You say, "Oh, I don't know how you describe it, but I'm in Web3 or I'm in cryptocurrency." And pretty much without exception, the amount of times people go, "Do you know what? I've heard a lot about it. It really interests me. I just don't understand it." But they're never going to, because they've never got that motivation to look into it. But when it's in front of them anyway, if it's on TV, they'll watch it. But now what you can do is we can actually, via a crypto-based TV channel, just dedicated to crypto, whether it be a crypto game show, crypto news, a talk show, you can now take these YouTubers and go, "Well, you're on YouTube. How would you like a show on this channel? A 30-minute show?"
That'd be pretty crazy. I mean, imagine having 2 dudes run a daily show like from 9 to 10:30 a.m. It's like wild.
Well, exactly. and people can watch that, and it will be entertaining and interesting. And again, a crypto-focused animated show. You look at the amount of NFT projects out there with brilliant animations. Metaverse. I mean, the opportunities are just endless. But it starts with making this available to the biggest audience. And the biggest audience currently is the audience that aren't in crypto. 95% of the population is what you're appealing to, rather than 5% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's genius.
I mean, whew, man, I love that. Speaking of things that I love is when people like the videos. And this is a great time, because you know what? We're like at the halfway point, and y'all are amazing. Like I said at the beginning of the show, you guys could be absolutely anywhere in the world, but you are here hanging out with us. This is the crypto Bullrun kickoff party. Obviously, we're on borrowed time. Maybe it doesn't happen today. Bitcoin seems to be dipping right now, which is a-okay, just an opportunity. But it's a great time for you guys to smash the like, hit the heart, do the things that you got to do if you are watching on the stream. And if you are in the space, make sure you guys go down to the bottom right, hit the multiplier, tag some friends, bring them in here. Also, hit the heart on that post while you can. And then also, if you want to participate in the conversation today, raise your hand. Come chat with us. You're like, you know what? I want to be a part of this. I got an opinion about where Bitcoin's going or where crypto's going. And all you got to do is raise your hand. We just ask that you're respectful. That's always been the number one rule in anything that we do, is if you are coming up here, just be respectful. We can have difference of opinions, and that is a-okay. That's it. So do those
Speaking
things.
of people with their hands up.
Hey, yeah, give me a second. I got to make phone calls for maintenance shit.
In case you guys
Whatever,
didn't know,
if you think your job is more important, I guess.
Yeah. In case you guys didn't know, Doom.
No, I wanted to add a conversation. I just can't right now. It's like,
make your phone call. Fine.
When you guys call on me, like right there, then it's like, "Oh, hey, we need you to make these phone calls." And I'm like, God fucking damn it.
God damn it, the United States military and their freaking defense.
Wait, there's an airplane that needs to be repaired? No! In case you guys didn't know.
On the Web3 Breakfast Show, God.
Yeah, one of these days, Doom, or not one of these days. When you're done, when you're good, man, you're welcome. Just raise your hand back.
And over to Modern Canadian for the weather.
Yo.
Hey, welcome to my shower. So what I was talking, you're talking about, going to physical places. This is why we have the Super Bowl commercials and stuff like that. Like, what's the best way to get people in is through entertainment, through gaming. For one thing, this is why I think they want to bring in a whole new cohort of people in. Being on TV, making shows. I read an article saying something like meme coins could change the way we have anime. Like anime can be, like a meme coin can be anime and comics and whatnot. But I see a couple of game projects that have anime, and they started off as like a graphic novel, but now they're like making a game out of it.
Honestly,
Great
it's
point.
like
I know
when you go on speakerphone, like all this shit in the background cuts out. Like we couldn't hear a word you were saying because we heard someone whistling.
It did sound like he was with the dwarf there, whistle while you work. But he was talking about using like meme coins can become like cultural, like relevant too, right? Where the meme coins could replace like anime and their characters could be used in like comics. And that's a good point because like, so Gary Vaynerchuk, right? Like he's got the cards, right? I got a few of them here. And these cards, like he actually signed a deal with Cocomelon. So if you're a parent, you fucking know about Cocomelon.
Sure do.
Where his card characters, like if you're looking at them on the stream, are now characters in a show that is the same producers and people as Cocomelon. So it's another way of him helping essentially educate our children and then their parents who are forced to watch it about crypto.
You'll be happy to know that I ordered new headphones though for you tomorrow.
We love you, man.
Are they ISO tunes?
No, I'm getting the some Galaxy Buds. I got active noise canceling.
It's still gonna suck. I've been on my lawnmower with my ISO tunes. We will see.
You guys are funny.
Also, if you're using a Android, that could also be the problem.
This could be. This is, we know that Androids are inferior. Androids and Windows computers, except for if you do like production, then you need a Windows computer. I found that out recently. That was terrible. I hate setting up. All right, Doom. We got Doom's hand up.
When you're ready, you just pop back in.
Yeah, before you get another plane to fix.
Dude, that happens like that all the time, dude. Like if you see my hand go down and if it's up, that usually means I'm taking a phone call or something's happening. Like every time, dude. I think it always pops up that way. Like when I get a call on the radio, I also get a call on the government phone at the same fucking time. It is irritating. I wish there was somebody here to be like, what the fuck? Like that shit's fucking nuts every single fucking time. See, there it is. I'll be back.
That was actually amazing.
Thank you for your service,
hey,
Doom.
Nathan. Yeah. Nathan, I know that in past shows you have mentioned that liquid NFTs would be dropping in October. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, we're trying to get the we submitted to a company in Germany the audit. The audit come back pretty much with a clear bill of health. Just a couple of minor changes. So the changes have been made and the audit has now been resubmitted. So literally all we're waiting for is that audit to come back and say, yeah, this is good to go. And then we press the launch button. But ultimately we're in other people's hands. I mean, this is what really frustrates me about this space is you're relying on so many other factors. But yeah, no, October is what I am still aiming for. But then again, like my wife laughs at me because the amount of times I'll be on a call or a meeting and they'll go, oh, how long? For the last 3 months, I've been saying, oh, give or take 2 weeks. So now she'll hear that said, and as she's walking, the other day I was on a call and someone said to her, how long do you think it would be? And as she's walking off with her back to me, she's got 2 weeks and then just carried on walking. So but it's just because there are so many variables that are completely out of our control. I mean, I want this launched yesterday. And I've got, give or take, hundreds of people, projects, musicians, all asking me the same. when's it being launched? When? But yeah, October, we're aiming for this month still at the moment. Touch wood.
Give or take a week or two.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Well, we are definitely excited about that. I know that we've had some conversations about the whole kind of the liquidity aspect behind it and how it could be an absolute revolutionary game changer for the NFT ecosystem itself. So we're definitely chomping at the bit to get that thing out and then be able to have a conversation with you about everything that's happening and a full on let's go.
Yeah, we've just got a multitude of, as I say, influencers and media outlets, and every week I'm getting kind of emails from them going, look, just confirming, like, are we ready to go? We're all ready to push this out and take it global. So everything's in place. We just got to get this audit back, and I'm chasing it daily now. Just going, have we heard back yet? Is it back yet? Clear? Are we sorted? Yeah, so we're ready to really give it a huge push. I think we're gonna hit the floor running massively. There's not going to be many people in the industry that isn't going to hear of what we're doing and how we're doing it very quickly.
Hey,
Whoop, whoop.
Doom, what you got, my guy?
All right, baby. All right, so going back to the NFT, or not NFT, but going back to the crypto physical and whatnot. So all right, so I understand that obviously they have TV screens and shit like that, right? I always thought it'd be a cool idea with NFTs, right? If some company makes some sort of 4K screen, like a photo frame, any size, for something that you can put up on your desk to something that's huge that you can put up on a wall that you can only connect your wallets to, and it'll show your NFTs. Something real nice, something sharp, and it's only made for that. You can't hook it up and watch TV or something just for the whole point of showing off the artwork.
Right, like a digital photo frame, but it has to be connected to your wallet.
I feel like there is one. I feel like there is a special company that does that specifically for NFTs, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
I like the idea. I think it's great. I'd get it.
Let me look.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you get big shit, you know what I mean? It kind of brings it close, the physical and the metaverse, you know what I mean? You got it right there, but it's just for that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
Token Frame. Here you go. So there's a company called Token Frame.
Block frame, infinite objects.
Bring your NFT art to life. It is a NFT display. They're just vertical digital screens. Sign in with your wallet.
So
connect
there's
to
also,
Wi-Fi. Cash
do you
your
remember
NFTs.
Top Shot?
Yeah.
So there's one that infinite objects. So they worked with Top Shot to do a very similar thing.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think
but I guess there's also, so security wise, there's probably a way for someone to be on your Wi-Fi and hack that somehow. I'm not smart enough to figure it out, but I guess this is where then, I mean, I have one of those skylights, so it's got our family calendar in it. It's got pictures, obviously, where I can and I have a few of my, this is my weekly Metavixen shell, a few of my Metavixens that will show up throughout the rotation, right? So there's also that where it's I don't want to say right click save, but I right click save those because I want to show them off to people who come by, but I also don't know if I'd want to connect it to my wallet that has them in there.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Now same thing. You could go on to Amazon and you could get yourself it's a digital frame, right? And it connects to the app and you can just send specific pictures to it. So yeah, it is a right click save. But so I used to do that back when I was doing the Meta Money show. I had that behind my desk. So anytime there was a shot of me at my desk, behind it was an NFT specific frame. And then I did that for my daughter as well when she was younger, because I had given her a whole bunch of NFTs. And so we'd put that up in her room. So it was a screen that would rotate through her NFTs plus pictures, right? Because you could, and it would be pictures on your phone that you would send. So you would just save your NFTs as a picture. I know it's not true authenticity. I get that. But what Mr. Dude says, it's a way for you to show that kind of stuff off without having to connect a wallet. And then at that point, you've got a vulnerability in your operational security at, a third-party connection point. You know,
I always panic when I'm connecting to anything. I generally don't unless like it's really trusted, because that's where the majority of these hacks are coming from.
that's true. And this,
I really don't like connecting to stuff, and it's nigh on impossible in this industry. Like people go, why don't you stake here and do that there, and I just don't trust it. As cynical as that sounds, I just don't like to.
I am with you 100%. And this is a great time for me to reiterate. I love saying this. This will be my weekly reminder. Is guys, get yourself a fresh wallet. Get yourself something that has never been connected to a contract address, that you haven't tried to mint an NFT with, that doesn't have some dust or some bogus meme coin that's probably going to get drained. Get yourself a fresh wallet that you are definitely going to be like, just keep yourself clear of mistakes with a freshie going into this bull run. Just do that for yourself. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for your family. Literally do it just for yourself. That's PSA over. Maybe it'll be a couple times a week. We'll remind you. But yeah, do it. Get rid of those nasty wallets, guys. Everybody's been connected to bullshit. And if you've been connected to things all through the bear market and you're still trying to use that same wallet to get through the bull market, scammers, they get bigger and better every time. That's it. What other, anybody else got any quick PSAs before the bull run?
Get a ledger.
I'm finding an increase. Oh, sorry, my phone was ringing. I'm finding an increase in people telling me they're getting ledgers now. I don't profess to know a lot. We was actually talking about maybe running like a security feature in the mag. About where is the best place to hold your crypto, the most secure place, the hardest to hack.
That's a really good question. I prefer, and this could be wrong and this could be bad, but like I really do enjoy some of the app-based cold storage wallets that have, like the Arculus wallet is good, the Ballet wallet was good. I haven't had any problems. The Ballet wallet, you sometimes got some bad press in the beginning because the seed phrase came integrated with it, and you would, but it would come from a different factory in a different part of the world. But I think some people have to, whether you accept or you move a different, choice, whatever it is, that's a to each their own kind of thing. But those are two like cold storage app-based wallets that I've been able to successfully use for several years. Ledger has, Ledger's great. They've been fun to talk to at conferences and stuff. I don't like the Ledger products. I know that they've been hacked, but that doesn't mean that they all are. I think that's a user thing. I know that the system was hacked a couple years ago. Trezor, I have not used a Trezor. I got one time and I didn't like the way that it felt, but doesn't mean that it's not a good device. These are all things you have to just, you get what you like, and you try a few things, and you stick with what you feel the most comfortable with, I guess, is at the end of the day.
And there'll be new things coming out, right? Like these were like Ledger and Taser, like these were like the first iteration of safety. So like I pinned up to the top Burns, like we had the defenders on that one Saturday show that we did. And so what the defenders have done is they actually have a vault, and you can store your stuff for free. Like if you see up above, he has given out the seed phrase to his vault and allowed people to hack the vault and still gone in and transferred stuff out safely, like while it's literally in the middle of being hacked. So there are people who are essentially like on the cutting edge. Like this is a grown man. He was just in Solana, the Boston Solana conference, and they were going through all this stuff where he's not just like some 20-year-old kid who might have a bug somewhere. Like they've tested absolutely everything. This one's on Solana. They have the honey badgers, which I own a few of, and they are making that EVM, right? So just a way that even when you are hacked, like security is coming, that like it won't matter. Right. Like, oh, I got hacked, but nothing happened.
I hope, man. Once we can get rid of the whole wallet drain thing, and that's when you think about the iterations of what the industry's gone through, and after bull markets, you kind of go back to the drawing board, and projects that were successful or projects that maybe launched something that wasn't, you react and adapt, and you figure out what's going to work next. And I think security, privacy, all that stuff is something, for whatever reason, I think privacy, and you trade I know why, and not for some reason, we trade our privacy and our security for convenience. We know that unequivocally, But going back to it, there's projects that are trying to bring the whole privacy back to it. Take some of these silent swap, for example. I got some of our friends over at Squid Grow. Like there are some projects that still value that within this space, but it really, again, it all goes back to how do we build an ecosystem literally from nothing that's scalable, so that we could support mass adoption. And when we support that, again, it's got to be, you have to have entry level stuff, but then further offerings. And I think, you guys understand that with DeFi is the example where, you get your start on Coinbase, and then all the next thing you're on, 1inch or Uniswap or PancakeSwap, whatever. You gotta take your lumps and figure it out. And so, it's with all of that, the scalability has to be built in as well, and make it easy. And I love that you can literally, like, with that, that was Michael, right? With the wallet thing, Wallet Guard.
I can't remember his real name.
I can't
Wallet Guard, like the actual Wallet Guard app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was his name because they sold it to a different company. But yeah, I think that was
because it was like that same thing where they were like, you literally you could give the seed phrase out, but no one could get your shit out.
Which is crazy, right? To think so, and like this is just us, like small time, like what we think of, like Alex Finn, who used to be NFT God, like he talks about how he lost like 200 grand, right? That, and like even that is small time, but imagine Elon Musk or Donald Trump or like Mark Cuban are like, yeah, I'm into crypto, fucking love crypto, blah, blah, blah. Check out these NFTs I got. Look, I got billions of dollars in Bitcoin. And then one day they're like, I got wallet drained. Like that would crush like the industry for a certain period of time because they have like way bigger like platform to be saying this on, right? And then, but imagine the flip side is like, I got hacked, but nothing happened.
Didn't Seth, was it Seth Green? Didn't he get hacked for his Bored Ape twice?
Oh yeah, I think so, right?
Not to laugh.
Right?
I don't know why I'm
like,
laughing.
He's like C-list.
Yeah.
But and like that just shows like where we were, I guess, compared to where we like nothing's really been solved or at least marketed properly. That the issue has been solved. Where it's like if Justin Bieber, who we know like has that the mutant or the Bored Ape still, where it's like if someone got in his hands and then he could say like I didn't get hacked. I gave out my seed phrase with the defenders, for example, and I didn't lose my Bored Ape. Like now we're talking.
That
security needs better marketing. Nathan, that's you.
Yeah, good press. You know what I mean? Like we get plenty of bad press in crypto because of obviously it's changing the landscape of the it's putting power back into the hands of the people versus taking it away from certain entities or whatever. And so yeah, there'll be a lot of opposition. And so every negative thing that happened is definitely brought to light and exposed, where the good things that it solves are suppressed because that goes against the narrative. But times are changing, baby. Smash the like, hit the heart, do those things if you love crypto, baby. Come on, baby. All right. Well, I guess nobody likes crypto. Nathan does. You could also throw up like an emoji. Yeah, how about that? If you're in the space, because you're not, I know you guys aren't liking and smashing and doing all that stuff. Light up those emojis, man. Let's see them thumbs.
It seems maybe it's the Monday blues. It seems that everyone's quiet today. Usually you can't shut people up.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
You guys are making me talk the whole damn time, man. I ran out of water. I'm gonna have a dry throat for the next 20 minutes. All right. But yeah, where's everybody at? I thought we were excited about the bull run. Like literally. Yeah, no, again, where are we at? 67, is it 67,390? I love it, man. Give me into the 65s.
I'm incredibly bullish about over the next month or so. I think
all I care about right now is that on October 31st the price is 69,420 because I remember AJ. I can't even remember. I think it's Algorand or VeChain. It's like whatever's closest to it at the end of the month wins $100. I think so. It's literally the only reason I want it to be that price because I was the first person to say 69,420.
It happened. It happened yesterday, I believe.
That's a pretty exact figure, though, isn't it? 69,420. But yeah. I mean, you might as well say 69,420, 69,420 and 72 cents.
Ooh,
69
Fubar
cents. You
says
gotta
we
be
need a
way more
karate
degenerate.
giveaway to get some people excited. Maybe we should do something like that. Let me think about that.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, Wednesday's our Web3 gaming day. Thursday, maybe Friday. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe I will give away some karate. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I also saw that Postmaster launch like the stick bug, which I think is like the token aspect of the stick bug is coming.
Is he in here by chance?
I don't think so.
All right. We'll
But
talk
I
to
joined
him.
his Discord.
He'll be in. I'll reach out to him today, and then we'll make sure that he's in there tomorrow for NF Tuesday. I think we've got tomorrow's a good day to talk about fight stuff because it is NF Tuesday. But also we've got the NFT Fight Club. They are our special guest for NF Tuesday tomorrow. So let's definitely talk about some kicking ass and taking names. There's been a lot of trolls
And
lately.
making money.
Yeah, a lot of trolls lately. A lot of trolls.
Dude, I'm looking forward to 2025 consensus. I'm gonna try to get to that karate combat event.
Yeah, definitely. Toronto consensus, guys. Yeah, that's a good thing. Make sure as we get through conference season over the next 12 months into this bull run, get out as many times as you can. If there's something close to you, I urge you get out and get to one of those live events. It's great for your networking, great for your growth in this ecosystem, and it's just a lot of fun. Yo, AJ writes crypto in the building. What's up, doggy? Yeah. What's up? You got your show at 10:30? All right. You got time. Look at that. This guy's on time for once. Let's go. All right, 10:30. AJ writes crypto. Link is up, I believe. I think I saw it in our YouTube chat. So, yep. Make sure you guys tune in for that. That's my guy.
Yeah, I see. We've had a new speaker come up. Is that BTC Jet token? Have I got that right? BTC Jet Club.
BTC Jet Club. That's interesting.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Well, say, how you doing, dude?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Nice. Yeah. Good to see new speakers up. Did you have anything you wanted to add? Anything you wanted to say?
Yeah, we have airdrop. Please join us.
Oh, okay. No problem. Thanks for joining us. Is it the first time you've been into the room today?
Yes, the first time.
Ah,
Welcome.
fantastic.
Welcome to the show, and welcome to the Crypto Bull Run Kickoff Party with the Web3 Breakfast and the Crypto Mag. We do this special collaboration every Monday. We love it so much. And then you guys remember Tuesday through Friday, you can find Mr. Dude and I and the rest of the Web3 Breakfast community over. We do host the show over the Web3 Breakfast account. So if you like what you hear and you're like, man, this has been fun. These guys are cool. Sounds like a great community to be a part of. We do run the show every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. So come hang out with us. Be a part of the crew. And if you want to, like I said a little bit ago, and I know we're getting close towards the end of the show here, but if you do want to come up and chat and give some opinions about the crypto market, the NFT market, Web3 in general, whatever it may be, all you gotta do is raise your hand. Come up and chat. My name is Jay Chains. I am hanging out with my co-host, Mr. Dude. We got Nathan here behind the Liquid NFT account, and then obviously the rest of the speaker panel. Make sure you guys follow each other, do the things you got to do, show some love, throw some flowers, because this is Web3, baby, the only way to grow.
It has been. I'm actually really surprised. I think this must have been like the quietest spaces we've done on a Monday. Yeah, usually we've got hands up and everyone's talking over each other. It's maybe people have got end of the month blues.
I mean, well, it's spooky season. Maybe they're just afraid that if they come up to stage, that they're going to jinx the whole market. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's spooky season.
Dude, I think it's going to be November, December when we really start to rip. Mostly December. I'm more leaning on December than anything. But I think we'll have a good month in November, and December into January is going to rip.
Hey.
Hello,
Rugstop. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you very much. I'd just like to say that I'm really looking forward to the Liquid NFT platform. I think it's going to be a big, massive game changer, and I just can't wait.
Heck yeah. I like that. Well, appreciate you being here, fam.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Frank, what you got,
Love
fam?
hearing things like that.
Ooh,
Hey man, good morning to you.
GM. How we feeling today? You have a good weekend?
Yeah, man, had a great weekend. Got a little podcast studio set up and all that good stuff.
Hey,
Recording
the stuff
equipment
finally
be here
came.
at the end of the
Amazon, they
week.
delivered finally. Huh?
Yeah. No, it'll be at the end of the week. You know what I mean? But I went and grabbed all the background stuff, set it all up. You know what I mean? Just still waiting on that equipment.
Nice.
But I was wondering if you said hello to the good morning to the YouTubers, or did you forget about them again?
No. I sent him. I actually typed him a special message saying shout out to my YouTube fan. I might as well make it vocal. You know what I mean? Because obviously, I want to show my love because not only are they there every day, and we talk about the consistency on the Web3 Breakfast, but they have the power to keep us at a 100% viewer to like ratio, which is something I love X. That's my home platform. But that's something I cannot say the same for the viewers on X. It's like the ratio is actually trash. It's probably less than 1%. It's just a trash. So we don't have to give the props to the X viewers. Even though I love you, you guys could start swaying my opinion by hitting the heart. But shout out goes out to the YouTube viewers for keeping that 100% like to view ratio.
Yeah, that's all I wanted.
I know. That's my daily reminder. I love it. Thank you. But I did send him a message. I typed it out, with the little with love XOXO. You know what I mean?
You just gotta show them a little love every now and again.
That's the people, man.
Just for your peace of mind, Frank, at 9:16 a.m., Jay Chains typed into the chat, shout out to the YouTube family.
That's 1 hour exactly. 1 hour to the minute as of right now. How amazing is the universe, right? Like, you know what that means?
And he said LOL earlier when someone made fun of me. And he said GM fam at 8:29. That's how much he has been in the YouTube.
Yo, by the way, shout out to the real ones. Again, when you talk about the YouTube fam, I put the space up at like 4:30 in the morning, and there was a couple of comments before 5 a.m. All right. So like I'm telling you, like shout out to the homies. I see we got Fight Fam in the house. Fight Fam, what's up, dog? Or Farm? Nah, you are Fight Fam though, but
what's up, man? Hey, Jay Chains. Hey, I just wanted to come up and say tomorrow to all the listeners, we're going to do some giveaways, so make sure you guys are here. And I don't know what the Tuesday record is for attendance, Jay, but if we break that record, I'll give away the 1-of-1s for the John Jones Stipe Miocic fight in November. So everyone come and listen in.
All right, we'll get that thing. We'll get a little post up for that today for tomorrow's show. Definitely looking forward to chatting with you, learning all about the project, and having just a fun conversation about fighting and everything. There's a lot of cool things happening in the MMA world, the boxing world, especially here in Web3. It's getting a lot of the Web3 folks healthy. So definitely the time is right. Excited about that.
Oh yeah, see you guys tomorrow. You have a good day.
Yo, appreciate you, fam. So be on the lookout. I will post that from probably the Web3 Breakfast account. That'll have the link to the space. Plus, we'll get the live stream video set up today as well. So if people want to, set a reminder and do the things they got to do over there, they can. Although I always feel like setting a live stream like a day in advance like kills your algorithm because it's like 24 hours of like maybe 1 or 2 people going in there, and I don't think that's good. But I could be way wrong. Anyway,
I might look into that. Yeah, I might run some analytics on that.
All right.
That would be a good thing to know.
Because like there are analytics with your long form content with the views. Like if you are just getting started out now, I think that changed with the podcast setting that you can create playlists on YouTube now. But that was always one of those challenges where like if you were doing long live streams or long videos and I think it was more for the live streams that weren't quite getting the views, like you were getting hurt in the algorithm because they're so long without the view. But again, if you're starting it 24 hours, so you've got like say a 25-hour live stream with the first 24 hours there's no views, like it's really hard to get into the algorithm even if you get a bunch of people that show up when you actually start your show. So there may be something to it, maybe not. Yeah, if somebody knows, that'd be fantastic to get some alpha for their fellow content creators. You know what I mean? One of these days we'll have like a, we should get is like Chris Flyride. When we talk about creating content, getting started, because we do get a lot of people asking about that, and that'd be fun to do a show where we get him and some other people that do create content on a really cool level, and have a panel discussion, best practices kind of thing. What's up, Doom?
Hey man, I'm gonna kind of shill real quick if you're cool with that.
What is it?
I was gonna say we're doing
Not the little NFT project you have. No way.
He just wants to talk about their show.
Yeah, of course you could talk about your show. That's not shilling. That's talking about your show. I thought you're trying to shill an NFT. Now,
No, we can't hear you at all. Elon said no way.
You got rugged.
All right, I got rugged. You guys hear me? These motherfuckers, man. I don't believe you guys. Hey, tomorrow night, after NF Tuesday, we got the ETH guitar guy that we're going to be talking to and interviewing.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
You guys want to learn anything about that? Yeah. Yeah, you guys
What time?
Gary brought him up. It should be, what the fuck is it? Because you guys are Eastern. I'm Central. 7 East? Yeah, 7 Eastern, I think is what I have it on there. So there's a link in that. There's a link up there. If you click up there.
8 o'clock.
So, yep.
Yeah, 8 p.m. tomorrow. Set reminder. All right. Oh,
Set reminder, block.
From, there might be some gear talk too, because I like to play guitar and stuff. So it's kind of like I've been talking to the guy, Kerry was telling me about it and hooked me up with that dude. I've been talking to him for about like a month and a half. So there's gonna be some crypto stuff. There might be some guitar talk in there. I'm just letting you guys know. But it should be good. I'm gonna have my buddy come up too from Shreveport Music. One of my good friends of mine. We're just gonna talk and interview and see what's up.
Nice, man. That's really cool. That guitar, if you guys don't know what he's talking about, so we were at the what was it? Not ETH Toronto. What was it called? Futurist. Thank you. So we were at the Futurist conference, and upstairs there was a dude who has created this amazing, it's the logo of Ethereum into a guitar. And it was really, really cool. And so Kerry got a chance to talk to him. Obviously, this is going to be a really fascinating conversation, because I think he wants to do another logo, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember, Kerry said something like that. So definitely looking forward to that conversation, guys. Make sure that you check that out tomorrow at, what was it, 8 p.m. Eastern?
8 p.m. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, 8 p.m. Sorry about that. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I see blocking coming up. So you guys are doing that show on Tuesdays and Saturday. Is that correct?
Yeah, Saturday. It's kind of how we've been doing it. I mean, we could do a show on Sunday. So, but yeah, Tuesdays and Saturdays. Taco Tuesday.
Hey, we also have something Monday, correct? For veterans.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to put that up there too. I was talking to Mr. Dude about that. Yeah, we're doing a Veterans Day show on Veterans Day. It's on a Monday. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, good idea. But yeah, we'll I'll post the link when that gets closer to that time. But we were, kind of want to see because like mainstream crypto, like on Twitter, I know there's people that are veterans, you know what I mean, that have their own crypto shows, but it hasn't I want to see the mainstream crypto space, kind of give a little to any veterans, whether they're U.S. or overseas, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, but I think there should be more awareness, crypto awareness to veterans or people in the service, just so that they have options for investing and stuff like that. And it's just one thing that over the few years that I've watched, unless you watch specific people that are veterans only, I just it'd be cool to see some of the mainstream crypto shows start, maybe kind of talking about that just a little bit. It doesn't have to be all the time, but just, because if you can get the veterans in the space, you know what I mean? And they believe it and they like it, dude, you're going to have they're going to bring all their buddies, I don't know, just kind of an idea that I was thinking of and I had, so.
Yeah, listen, I think that's fantastic. I think that, we can find, and whether it's, you find the subject matter experts that have that connection in, right? And that works through any kind of, I think, industry, right? As far as, even breaking into the education system, I don't think teaching financial literacy is something that they really want, or else they would have started to do that by now. But finding ways to integrate that into programs in the community or wherever you can, that these are just two things. One, yes, work with veterans. Two, work with children. Any way that we can find big populations, but that don't quite have the information that they need at this point. And I agree with you. And I think our veterans definitely something they're not taken care of by our government to the level that they should be. So if we could do things that we can to teach them how to take care of themselves better than the government's going to, then absolutely. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it's a great point too, right? Because like it's a similar statement around the world, right? That the veterans aren't really taken care of when they come home, and then a lot of them end up with like disabilities and whatnot, right? And so they're also a lot of them will go to like obviously like rehabs and things like that, where they're also going to reach out to another connected network that they didn't serve with them, but they still have like disabilities, whether it's mental illness or physical disabilities now. So they're actually like the spider web that they're creating is touching like way more than like, what we can sometimes do just behind a computer screen.
Facts. Everybody. Let's see.
I think it's disgusting how the how veterans are treated when you kind of leave the military in not just the US but the UK as well. I mean, it is disgusting. I couldn't go through the discipline, the training, being away from my kids, and you look at these guys and go the sheer sacrifices that you're making. You should be the number one priority for any government. I was talking about this a little while ago and saying it will be good to do something in blockchain to go, well, look, where the government doesn't support a part of the population, let's do it. Let blockchain support that part of the population.
Right. Like you think about how you can restore the image of crypto and blockchain, and by finding ways, these integrations that can change lives and save people. Those are the stories that will change the perception of the industry as a whole very quickly too.
Yeah, I think anyone doing anything with the forces, I think is admirable. It's amazing, and I personally think that's one thing that the majority of the population will get behind and go, yeah, support them. They're keeping us safe. Why wouldn't you? I mean, why aren't the governments? It makes no sense to me. The homeless with kind of veterans and ex-military, the homeless problem, the mental health problems, I think is ridiculous. And as I say, I'm not in the military, never have been. I couldn't deal with the discipline. I'm happy to admit it. And I take my hat off to anyone that can.
Yes, I'm with you there. Absolutely. Shout out to everybody. Thank you all for your service.
I want to chime in really quick, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that right now is a prime time to start onboarding people that you want to see their lives benefited by crypto, because like we're right at the fucking beginning of the bull run, the super cycle starting. And if we can onboard people that we love and that we can identify as needing that kind of help, and give them the resources and the education that they need, that's going to just further magnify the power of this space in terms of getting mass adoption going.
I believe that.
Completely. We were actually, I think we're probably about 95% there in getting some contracts to actually get the magazine into military bases in the UK to start. Then hopefully we can extend that out to the US as well. Yeah.
I like that. I like that, when you were talking about, before, using some of the non-crypto traditional routes, like, I've seen that, the airports. I always think that that's a fantastic way to do it. You go to places, high density areas that aren't specific to crypto, and you throw up a few touch points here and there, or you have a physical, like a magazine or whatever. I think that is absolutely you know, been a missed target for the most part up until now. And hopefully we'll start to see more of those traditional, you know, marketing routes explored, because it'll help put more eyes onto the industry and ecosystem in a better way, especially if we, you know, it's curated in the correct way. Anyway,
I think we all talk about kind of putting more eyes onto the industry, but yeah, I think that's from a we look at that as a general rule, as like from the financial point of view. More eyes there are in the industry, the more people, the more adoption, the higher prices will move, the bigger the bigger profits that will be there. But I think there's also an argument to be made about putting eyes on the industry because the good it can do for people's lives. It's not just the financial side. Blockchain can really improve people's lives at the point that it is adopted on a global basis. So yes, you can look at the financial side, but I think also that whole, well, this is a better way of doing business, of working within the world.
Right, or even governance, like, you know, a decentralized, you know, voting mechanisms, you know, or you know, just be holding government accountable in terms of spending, you know, earmarks and all of that stuff, to be able to see that on a public ledger and to have it be completely public and transparent. Like, that's what is missing in a lot of you know, the issues that people are, you know, every day complaining about in terms of government and industry, you know, commerce, all these things, is just how the lack of transparency. And yeah, decentralized technology definitely is key to that.
100%, man.
Yeah, we're not far off.
Well, I think this was a great conversation, guys. I think we had a fantastic show today. I would love to invite everyone to come back and join tomorrow with the Web3 Breakfast, 9 a.m. Eastern, where tomorrow is NF Tuesday. We're gonna have a great conversation. We've got the NFT Fight Farm, and we're gonna have just a great conversation tomorrow. So you are welcome to join us. That is again at 9 a.m. You can follow the Web3 Breakfast account. My name is Jay Chains, as always co-hosted by my guy, Mr. Dude, and joined by our amazing community. Nathan, Liquid NFTs, appreciate this opportunity as always to do these fun Monday shows. They just keep getting bigger and better every time. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but I appreciate you guys. There are a few things, as you know, now on the rest of the day today. So I've got a show. AJ's should be going live shortly here. AJ Writes Crypto, so you can check that out. And then I will be doing the Jay Chains Crypto Show at 4 p.m. Eastern today. That is back in action. If there's anything else anyone's got before we get out of here, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, what's your favorite color? Man, I onboarded 8 fucking like totally new people to crypto yesterday. And I'm fucking stoked, dude. One of them threw like $1,000 into Malardio, and they instantly saw like just you know, like a 20% gain in like 2 minutes. It was fucking awesome. I think they're hooked. And yeah, so like, if you everybody fucking onboard your friends, like, now is the fucking time, dude. Let's do this.
There it is. Now's the time. Start selling those extra things you got laying around your house. Make a little extra crypto money, because guess what? You could sell that beater for a heater after the bull run.
That's right,
all right, guys. I love you guys. I'll see you at 4 p.m. for the Jay Chains Crypto Show. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, there's a few things for you to check out throughout the day, so make sure you got those links saved. That's it for us for now. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We're gonna have a good day. Have a great rest of your day.
Smash that hard.